I actually do want to spend a little bit of time on this, and this might even be a segment. I don't know. Uh, but let's talk about the number one overall pick. Uh, can I just have a question. All right. I just got a question. All right. Can somebody please explain to me in what way is he a generational, can't miss prospect? Have to take him number one overall. It's so obvious. Please, I would love to know. Is it he's got that clutch, always going to win factor? No, because his team is 4-5 and has not won a road game. Is it maybe his individual stats, right? Like you look at the box score, he's got incredible numbers. No, it's not that. Is it his consistency? Well, if by consistency you mean consistently being not great, yes, it's that. On the year, he's got 9 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. He is ranked 29th in QBR. Just as a reminder, there are 32 teams. Obviously, there's more than 32 quarterbacks, but you know what I mean. As far as game logs go, let's work together to find the good games that he's had. Okay? All right, let's do this together. All right? Was it week 1 against Tennessee, one of the worst teams in the league? No, he threw for less than 100 yards. All right, that's week 2 against Houston. All right, Houston. That's a pretty good team. Was it that one? No, he threw for just 174 yards and he had no touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Okay, all right. That's all right. That's all right. And they lost the game, by the way. They ended up winning the Tennessee game, so they won in spite of him in a way. So hey, get a free win. Was it okay? Indianapolis. All right, Indianapolis. Come on, they're kind of a rebuilding team. Not super talented. They got some guys, but you don't know if Anthony Richardson is that. Is it? Well, okay, all right. He had a good game. All right, not a great team, but you know what? Pretty good game. 363 yards, couple of touchdowns, couple of picks. But you take that. And they lost the game. Oh, all right. Well, you know what? That's fine. You can have a good game and lose. That's fine. All right, let's move on to the next week. All right. What about the Rams? All right, LA Rams. Playoff team last year, pretty decent team. Matthew Stafford, vet of the league. Let's see. And he threw for 157 yards and 1 touchdown. Okay. That's not great. It's not ideal, but you know what? That's fine. All right. Carolina. Now you got to be able to put some good numbers up against that, right? Right? All right. There you go, Caleb. 304 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Best game of the year. All right. There you go. Go on go off to London. Let's have a weekend in London. All right. There you go. 226 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception against Jacksonville. Back-to-back wins. All right. Now you're feeling pretty good. All right. Caleb Williams is your guy. All right. On the road, Washington, finally time to show the world that it's not just a mirage, and 131 yards and no touchdowns. Moving along, on the road against Arizona, 217 yards, no touchdowns. I'm beginning to sense a pattern here. Another loss, by the way. And this week, at home, Soldier Field, packed stadium, one of the most historic home field advantages in football. And he throws 120 yards, no touchdowns, and the offense scores a mighty 3 points. Now, you can fire whoever you want. You could fire the OC. You could fire the head coach. There is nothing about that stat line that tells me that this guy is the number 1 overall pick. It is anywhere near, because here's what people will say. All right? They'll say, oh, he's got a bad coach. Oh, he's got a bad OC. Now, hold on a second. I was told that he was can't miss. I was told that he was so good, that he was Peyton Manning, that he was, Tom Brady, that he was the best there ever was. Shout out Pokemon, right? He was can't miss, because last I checked, Jaden Daniels doesn't have, a quote-unquote elite set of wide receivers. You know who does have some pretty good weapons in Chicago? Caleb Williams. Last I checked, DJ Moore and what's the other guy's name? Keenan Allen. last I checked, both those guys are pretty good, right? Last I checked, Cole Kmet, pretty good tight end. But hey, it's all, it's all his fault, right? All he need just, it's not, it's everybody else's fault but Caleb. Like this is to me like, here it is, right? This is exactly my point. Maybe it's just a guy he has to throw to. Like he needs a better wide receiver core. Some kind. Oh wait, that's right. That's right. They have that. They have the wide receivers. They have the weapons on offense, and he is not taking advantage. They took a wide receiver this draft. They took a guy to pair with him in Roma Dunze. And you would think, they got the Patriots wide receiver room. And you know what's even crazier is that the Patriots quarterback, the guy who was taken 2 picks after, who has a worse wide receiver room, has played consistently better than Caleb Williams has in less starts. And this is yet another quarterback that was taken after Caleb that he loses the game to. I know he doesn't play on defense, but it's just a little concerning when your number 1 overall pick is losing to guys who are taken after him. I'm not burying him. I'm just making this point that if we're going to say a guy is generational, if he's a can't-miss prospect, because that's all I heard about Caleb Williams, how he was so obviously the number 1 overall pick. When if you woke up one day, if you woke up today, and I asked you, where do you think Caleb Williams was drafted? Or what do you think if you were to make a team right now out of all the young quarterbacks, out of all the rookie quarterbacks right now, which quarterback would you take? Not a single human being with any sense would take him. They would take Jaden Daniels, right? And they might even take Drake May, and they might even take Bo Nix. I don't know if the Bears play the Broncos this year, but if they do, and he loses to Bo Nix, Bears fans need to be on fire in a what the heck do we even take this guy for? And look, does Matt Eberflus deserve to be fired? Yes, he does. Did the OC deserve to be fired? Yes, he did. Doesn't make a difference to me in that they said the same thing about Trevor Lawrence, and look what's happened to him. He was a generational, can't-miss prospect. Oh, it's the coach. Oh, it's the OC. Oh, it's everybody but him. Sooner or later in life, if the problems are happening all around you, right? If you enter a situation and everything around you seems to go bad, it's almost as if you are part of the problem. When you can't win a road game, when your best games are against 2 of the worst teams in football, when you are losing to guys that are taken after you in the draft, and when the coaching staff that was tasked with developing you cannot develop you, or potentially, maybe even worse, you are just undevelopable, you find yourself where the Chicago Bears are, where they have if Caleb Williams does not figure it out by the end of this year, if Caleb Williams does not start to live up to that draft hype, I'm sorry. We need to, as a society in our sports media, we need to throw out this notion that there is such a thing as a can't miss absolute number 1 overall pick prospect. We have to get rid of it, because all it takes, apparently, is a bad organization taking you. That's all it takes. To make a basketball reference, it probably would have been terrible for Victor Wembanyama to get drafted by the Pistons. He's lucky he got drafted by the Spurs. We'll leave it at that. All right. Look, give me a second. I guess the thing that bothers me about this Caleb Williams thing is that it's seen as taboo for fans to get mad at the player when The player is still the one doing the things. Like, yes, the coach obviously matters. Of course the coach matters. Nobody is saying the coach doesn't matter. But I just don't like this notion of treating, these professionals. Caleb Williams is making millions of dollars, right? It's not like he's, he's not like a high school quarterback. And all I was sold on was how great he was. But yeah, I guess you can't be too mean to him, or else, I don't know, he's going to paint his nails black or something. I don't know what he's going to do. Hi, it's me again. If you enjoyed what you just saw, hit the like and subscribe button. We do live shows every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you there.